But yeah, that was pretty much all that was going on that day. But actually, recently I got reacquainted and became good friends again with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Welcome to the Roughnecks. Rico's Roughnecks!
Hello, all you YouTubers out there and all you Roughnecks. This is DL Rico02 if you follow me on the PSN. And man, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I have been racking my brain trying to think of a topic to come up with this episode. And the thing that keeps sticking out the most is kind of what I left off in episode or in this past Tuesday's episode with the Tactical Tuesdays, and that is with the whole breakup scenario when it comes to ending a relationship with that boyfriend or girlfriend. Again, I have talked to friends many times. They come and seek me out for advice regarding their various scenarios, and there was actually something that I've been thinking about ever since then, and I been meaning to bring this up to a friend of mine. I just haven't been able to get around to it and make time for them. Of course, as you know, I do work two jobs. I still go to school. But anyway, the topic that I wanted to get into is it was all about how to manage that time in between, because the first thing I think I remember pointing out, like, don't get into a relationship right away, or don't start looking for that relationship just to kind of give you that excuse to be able to get out of it. It's kind of the coward's way to do things. It makes you look really bad because if you find somebody that's already moved on, obviously your mind was just and your heart was just not in it to begin with. But this is regarding the aftermath. I've been seeing a lot of, or I'm sorry, I've been hearing a lot about certain people that they keep on asking, should I get back together? How should I go about this? We still talk. They say that I still love you. We still have feelings together, and you know what? That's never gonna go away, especially when you put in the time and the emotional uh, kind of connection that you make over the years or however long it's been. It just sometimes it just never goes away, and it'll always just kind of be a part of you, and it's just something that you kind of have to swallow back and just kind of keep off to the side, because the minute that you give in, and as soon as you kind of open up that vulnerability again, it allows the other person to have that sense of, not entitled. I don't want to say entitlement, but it's more so of a an emotional kind of a charge against you. They know that they, so to speak, own you. Whenever you keep on going back to them, whenever they call and you answer, and vice versa, it's a mentality of control, manipulation and control. There's been a couple of guys that I'm not gonna get into specifics. So all you friends listening, if it sounds like your situation, I'm not gonna call you out or throw you under the rug or anything, or throw you under the bus. There's a couple of guys out there that they take that to their advantage. They see that a girl is loyal, and they just kind of use it to, like, you know what, I'm gonna be with this person. I'm going to do whatever I want to, because you know what? When I come back, they're still going to be there, and they're still going to give me what I was lacking over here. If it doesn't, just in case it doesn't work out, and these women unfortunately think of themselves as a priority. They're not a priority anymore. You just gotta swallow that pill and just kind of take that medicine with a spoonful of sugar. I don't know, Mary Poppins. Good times with my childhood, but it's never easy. It's never easy to let go and just kind of move on and keep pushing forward with everything. And I know that probably better than anybody else. My relationship record is less anything but stellar, but I definitely know all about having to keep feelings aside and just kind of keep on trucking, so to speak. The other part of it that I want to get into is regarding that kind of communication that you feel you want to keep. Keep in mind, there's no going back. Like, once you've ended that relationship, and once you've kind of tired both of each of you have tired one another out, as far as like options, and as far as like just different ways to kind of rekindle things. Even if you do get that subtle moment, things will not go back to the way they were. There's always going to be some kind of trust issue. There's always going to be some kind of underlined and kind of thread between the lines that somebody's just going to miss and forget to read about again. And it just kind of, it's never going to be the same. It's just never going to go back. Um, so to have that kind of mentality, like things will be better this time around, it won't. Um, there's a lack of trust. There's a lack of, or there's a mentality like when you break up with somebody, um, the it's easy to do it a second time. Like if you're able to break up once, as hard as it was to break up that first time, it is so much easier to break up the second time. And I never really understood that until there was my very first serious relationship. It went on and off for not 3 years, but we went on and off 3 times, and the last time it was just easy to let go and just kind of like, you know what, that's it. Um, so the more you keep going back and forth, the easier it's going to be for that other person, especially if you're the one that's always taking them back. Let's see, the last part, um, when there's no such thing as going back to friendships either. Aside from not being able to going back to the way things were as far as on an intimate, romantic, and kind of trusting level, you cannot go back to just being friends and just being casual. It just does not work. How did they say it? Billy Crystal said it. No man wants to be friends with a woman he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her. There's always this kind of underlying tension when it comes to that, and especially even harder when it comes to couples that have broken up, because you know what, it's a comfort. There's a comfortable kind of feeling towards both of you that uh, it's familiar. We've already, some of those that have had sex and have experienced that road before, you have this kind of, you revert back to that feeling like, we've already done this, we've already been together for this, and I've already experienced you in that way, that it's just easy to kind of give in and go back to that. Um, the the downfall of that obviously is you get warped back into those emotions, and they're all falsified. They're not even there. It's almost like there was a friend of mine. She really got into an old high school friend. He was just as attractive back then as he is now, and he was just as charming and just as this, that, and the other thing. And in my back of my head, I'm just like, you're not into this guy. You're into this guy as he was back in the day with, the way it was in high school. They didn't see that, of course, but when somebody's mind is set on something like that, it's hard to tear them away. So you just kind of let them go their own, do their own thing. And sure enough, she found out the hard way that this guy that's all he was. He was just a older version of what he was in high school, always trying to when you're in high school, it's all about proving something. It's all about trying to um, create a bigger appearance, try to get the kind of go ahead into the pants kind of thing. It's all about the sex. So um, but yeah, men and women, especially single men and women, it just does not work out as friends, because there's always that kind of sexual tension. Everything just kind of builds up, and um, there's just no getting around it. The only few times that they can be friends is when one or the other is in a relationship, or both are in a relationship, and even then, the amendment to that is the boyfriend or girlfriend can't seem to understand why you need to be friends with the person you're just friends with. So it's always this back and forth kind of paradox. But wow, I've kind of rambled off there. I apologize for that. I didn't realize that I was going for that long. But as you can see, my time is nearly up. I will continue more about this little friend, men and women can't be friends, little paradox. If there's any other relationship or kind of topics that you want me to cover, please feel free to comment below. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and of course, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Would you like to know more?